This is One on One. Welcome to One on One. You want to meet a guy who runs one of the greatest theaters in this country? There he is right there.
Thank you, thank you.
Well, don't let me introduce you first.
Sorry, go ahead.
Adam Philipson, President and CEO of Count Basie Theatre in beautiful Red Bank, New Jersey. Tony Bennett said what?
He said it was his favorite place to play.
And you guys have had Bruce Springsteen come down and raise money, and the other guy, what's his name?
We've had John Bon Jovi.
Yeah, the other guy,
John
Bon Jovi. Why does everybody love your place?
You know, I mean, first of all, it's historic. Everyone has a Count Basie story. Before the Basie, it was called the Carlton. It was a movie theater. Walter Reed, and you know, everyone has their first story. They have their first "I saw a movie," their first kiss in the balcony. They have their first concert that they saw. And so all of these guys that grew up in the music industry and became stars, you know, they still have a homegrown feeling.
And the Count Basie connection. I mean, Count Basie from?
Well, Count Basie was from Red Bank. So he, somewhere in the 80s, they decided when they resurrected the building, it was about to be under the wrecking ball, and it was bought by the Monmouth County Arts Council, and then it was just about going through a name change, and someone came out with some money, and the Basie Trust came on board, and it became the Count Basie Theatre.
You guys are a quote-unquote nonprofit?
We are.
Explain that to folks, because people think, oh, you're a charity.
Yeah, well, which is great, because, you know, sometimes it's confusing that we are that, because ticket prices are high for some of the shows that we have.
And so you have to run an operation.
Absolutely, and you don't realize that we are a fundraising organization, that we need support, that we do major outreach, education and outreach in the schools, that we provide all kinds of programming and scholarships for kids that get to come to the theater. So these are all sort of the mission-based things, and we have a mission. So we have a board of trustees and directors that govern and support the building and make sure that it's running effectively. Of course, the staff take care of all the operations that need to happen and the programming. But you know, we are fundraising. We need to keep this building alive. There's no city that's paying for it. This is its own entity that's paying for it. So part of what we do is raise the funds to be able to keep it open.
You have something called the Performing Arts Academy. What is that?
We do. So, well, we have a pretty big commitment to the community, and then people can come and take classes at the theater, whether it's music and dance, theater, and then we also have nonprofit partnerships that we have with Rocket at the Basie and jazz, where you can actually go and learn jazz and learn how to become a future rock star.
How'd you get into this?
Oh man, well, I have a theater background, and somewhere I was out in California. Actually, I'm from New York, raised in New Jersey, and then in the city, but moved out to California. And somewhere around, I don't know, the early 90s, I was thinking I needed to transition out and sort of move into producing and theater management, and fell into this incredible profession that's called arts management, which really had no idea about. And I got my master's in that, and have been working one theater after the next, opening theaters in California, and then and now here.
What do you love about that?
About the arts?
Not just about the arts, but theater management, which is not, see, the arts is one thing.
Totally.
Theater management, I mean, I love interviewing people,
yeah,
but broadcasting management is another story,
well,
because we run a production company that has to pay for the lights and the incredibly talented people. You like that, guys?
Nice.
I wasn't talking about you. No, I was talking about the guys here, people in the control room, the advertising, the marketing, and the whole bit. We run a business.
That's exactly it.
And if it doesn't work, who's responsible? And you're responsible on your end.
Absolutely.
That's not doing television interviews. That's not being in the arts per se. That's business management,
You're
right?
totally right. I mean, my degree is organizational management, leadership, how you move a community, how you move people together, how you get people focused around a vision, a business plan. I mean, all of that. It's all the basics of business.
It's not arts?
Well, you know, it's show business, isn't it?
Show business. Al Green said that. Not Al Green. What did I say? I was just telling you guys in the movie about James Brown.
Yeah.
He said, they said, listen, you just do the show, we'll do the business.
That's
and he
exactly
said, no.
it.
I want the show and the business. You love both pieces.
I do, actually do. I mean, I think my theater background helps in terms of really being able to connect and understand that you're trying to take an audience through something. I mean, you're taking somebody from the minute they buy a ticket till the minute they leave. That's how I focus. It's that arc. It's that seamless experience that you want somebody to have. You know, and that's when you can change someone's life. You know, they're sitting in there, they see something. You know, you remember a show where something magical happened, a concert where someone sang. We had Steven Van Zandt jumped on stage and played with our Rocket kids, and you know, was singing with them, and you know, I don't think
the
that
great
he's
Steven Van Zandt.
Well, yeah, I don't think
Springsteen.
Exactly, and I don't think he shared
Street Band.
many microphones with anyone except maybe Bruce. And there he was with one of our students. You know, that's a memory that the child will never forget, but I think anyone even watching it, you'll never forget that.
You got me thinking about how much you think about the experience for those who are there at the Count Basie Theatre. I want to ask you this. I told you we had this initiative called Lessons in Leadership, where I'm asking those who run organizations, not just CEOs of corporations, but CEOs of nonprofits as well, universities, others. What would you say the most important lesson in leadership you've learned at the Count Basie Theatre and in other positions you've had in theater management is?
You know, I mean, Count Basie Theatre, when you enter into an organization that has a huge reputation, I think for me as a leader, what I tried to do when I got there, and it's been about 2.5 years, was just listen. You know, I'm not a guy that walked in there and was like, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. I mean, I had my own ideas and creative ideas, but it was listening. What did the community want? What did the staff want? People who have been there forever, the donors, the artists, what's needed? You know, and so listening was a huge piece. But I think overall, you know, my experience in the theaters that I've run, I've always tried to approach my leadership style as, I think I'm a transformational leader. I try to get in with a great vision and then have that nonstop inspiration to get people motivated to get behind it. But I always think of somebody that, you know, my job, as equally as you're going to help me get to where we need to get to, is how can I help you get to where you need to get to? And if I treat each of the employees that work there in that manner, I find that people will do anything for you.
Good stuff. Before I let you out, Project FX
Project
is?
FX. That is I believe, one of the first youth film festivals. We're going to be having a high school winner and a college university winner in a student film festival. Tom Bernard, Sony Pictures Classics, who's on our board, has been helpful, and Bank of America have been instrumental in getting this off the ground. Oh, listen, the winner of this festival gets an internship with Sony Pictures in the city. It's fantastic.
You're doing great stuff.
Thank
Adam
you.
Philipson, President and CEO of the Count Basie Theatre. Tony Bennett, the great Tony Bennett, was right. He said it's his favorite place with good reason. Thank you, Adam. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Keep up the good work.
Appreciate it.
One-on-one will continue right after this. Stay with us.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been provided by University Hospital, Newark, New Jersey, Felician College, Qualcare, Inc., Investors Bank, United Water, Verizon Communications, and by the Russell Berry Foundation. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area. One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been produced in partnership with St. Joseph's Healthcare System.